All right. You ready? So, hello class. Today is Monday, July 5th. As Bathsheba had reminded me, today is a federal holiday, so I guess I could have taken the day off. But I wanted to offer you guys a class this week, especially after the foo-foo last week. So, we're going to start with a little cat stretch this morning. We'll start right on your hands and knees. We're going to get into some weight work, and I started watching a little video on some more work for osteoporosis and bone strengthening exercises. We're going to play around a little bit of that today. So as you come to your hands and knees, I want you to just fall into your shoulders, lock your elbows, fall into your hips, fall into your back. The laziest plank that we could possibly find. And the first thing you're going to do is for your pelvic floor, your navel to spine. You're going to knit your ribs together and use your abs, not your glutes, right, to come out of that extension into a neutral line. Going to unlock the elbows and get a little push up through the shoulders so we find our serratus work. We're going to hold this for 2 slow breaths in and out, expanding the size of your ribs. And then again, feeling that whole connection in the front, right? The back line is not having to work too hard yet. So on your exhale, you're going to tuck your tail, use just your abs to find a little tuck. Don't use the glutes. And then we're going to come back to neutral. And we're going to play with this later in your single leg kicks. You're pushing up through the shoulders. You're going to use just your abs. The lady in the video said, imagine you're using your pubic bone to kind of dig a hole through sand. And I thought that was a fun beach analogy. And then back to neutral. And then again, exhale, a little tuck. Think your pubic bone is forward, pulling forward, right? Not your glutes. And then into neutral. And then one more, a little tuck. And then into your neutral. And then we'll take it to full work here. You're going to tuck your tail, round your spine, kind of gentle C curve. Don't overwork it. And then we're going to inhale right back into your neutral. Exhale, you're going to tuck your tail round, let your head hang heavy. And then inhaling into neutral. And then one more exhale, tuck your tail as you round. And then right back into your neutral right from there. We'll find a little extension. So you lift your heart and tail. As you are here, I want you to make sure your elbows are not locked. You're pulling your chest forward slightly through the frame of your shoulders, and then you'll tuck your tail, just like that pubic bone going into the sand around your low back, middle back, upper back, right into a gentle C curve. Don't overdo it. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, we go through neutral. Keep all that work in your abs as you gently extend. And then exhale, we lead with the pubic bone rounding right back into your C curve. And then we'll drop your feet to your heels and just take a little shell stretch here. Couple of slow breaths in and out. And then we'll come right back into this line. So elbows are unlocked. We have that little bit of serratus work. You can think of your chin pulling back and up to keep the back of the neck long. We're going to stabilize your pelvis. On your exhale, you're going to shoot your right leg back, foot still on the mat. Now we're getting the back of the leg, those glutes working a little bit, and then we're going to lower the knee. Left leg slides back on your exhale, and then inhaling back. Good morning, Ruth. I think it's Ruth from this far away. Exhale as you slide the leg back, and then inhaling to return. Exhale, left leg slides back, and then return. So we've got abs, glutes, mobilizing and stabilizing, and then down. Exhale, left leg goes back, and then down. If you'll notice, right, nothing in my spine is changing. One more set. Exhale, right leg goes back. We're getting the glutes to fire with the hamstrings a little bit, and then down. Exhale, left leg is a little slide back, and then we're down. Holding it here, same idea. Make sure your elbows are not locked. On the exhale, let's bring your right arm up by your ear, holding it there, just seeing how still your ribs can be. Then inhale, the arm goes down. So we exhale, connect, left arm reaches, And then we lower. There's our pattern. Exhale, right arm reaches, and then down. Exhale, left arm reaches, and down. We're doing one more set. So exhale, right arm reaches, and exhale, left, and then right down. From there, let's curl your toes under. You're going to pike your hips to the ceiling. I'm going to do one quick downward facing dog. As you press the heels down, I'm going to take off my socks. And you're going to hinge your chest towards your thighs. Let your shoulders ease down away from your ears. And take a couple of slow breaths here. And then we'll lower the knees down. Take one child's pose as you drop your seat to your heels and let your chest just drop right down. For 2 slow breaths in and out. I just want to take a quick peek. And it is you, Ruth. All right, good. All right, let's flip over onto your back. We're going to lay right down here. Whew. So I want you to take one hand and sneak it under your back. You can actually, let's do both, whatever works best for you. Don't change anything. Just feel what's on the mat and what's not. Right? I want you to bring your right leg up, tabletop position, hold it there, right? Feel the ribs gently connect, pelvic floor and navel to spine. So this is going to be kind of a little test for you right here. I want you to take a nice big breath and expand the sides of your ribs. On the exhale, start to reach your right leg away like single leg stretch, but be true to it. Where can that leg go where nothing on the mat changes or nothing on your hands are changing? And then inhale, pull the knee into your chest. Exhale, reaching it away, right? Where can you go that you're not changing your spine or pelvis? We're going to do 3 more. So exhale first, the leg begins to reach away, but you're your own monitor with your hands there. And then bend. Exhale, connect, leg reaches, and then in, and then one more. Exhale, connect, reach, nothing on the mat changes. Bend the knee, set the foot down, we're still staying stable. Left leg up, tabletop, let's do the same 5. So on the exhale, you begin to reach the leg away, and then inhale, leg comes in. Nice big exhale, leg reaches, ribs are heavy, nothing on the mat's changing, and then in. Nice big exhale as you reach, in. Last 2, nice big exhale, right? You got the pelvic floor, we've got our girdle support around our waistline. Exhale, reach, and then right in. Let's keep the leg up, tabletop. On the exhale, come towards an imprint with your hands still under your back. I'm going to bring the right leg up to join the left. Right, so now we're still feeling what's on the mat. You're going to flex your ankles. On the exhale, where can you go where both legs can reach away and nothing on the mat changes? And then in. It's hard work. Exhale, connect, and reach, and then in. So there's no exact range where you should be, right? We're kind of just playing around. What can our spines do this morning or afternoon if you're watching the video later? And then out, and then one more here. Exhale, reach. We're going to hold it, remove the arms, reach your arms down by your sides, keep your legs wherever you're stable. Notice mine aren't very low. We're going to peel head, neck, and shoulders up. And let's start our 100 pulses here, breathing in for a count of 5 and out. Nice big breath in for 5 and out. Big breath in. Now we know, right, if this doesn't feel good in your neck, head goes right down. Otherwise, we're keeping it right on up. Big breath in for 5. And big breath out. There's our 50. In and out. So we're getting that same idea, right? How much what's on the mat is stabilizing, and we add these little pumps, right? Our heads are popping. And once you're here, You might find your legs can go a little lower. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. But you can always try the challenge. We have 2 more breath sets. Last set, in and out. And pull your knees into your chest. Give a nice hug in there. Whew. And let's roll yourselves right on up. Right on up. Sit up. Let's add a little side bend. We're going to swoop our feet over to your right. And we'll add a little side bend. You know that right leg can also be straight. Left hand goes behind your head. You can get a little lift of your skull. I prefer my hand on the mat. Bring your body weight back in space so you're more over your tail than your pubic bone. As you exhale, side bend, lifting that left side of the ribs up to the ceiling as you go. And then inhale as you go up. Exhaling over. And then inhaling as you go up. And then one more there. Exhale over. And then right on up, we'll windmill the arms, come onto your left forearm. And bring that right hip as heavy down as you can. If you had your legs straight at this point, usually it can bend. As you reach the arm, remember we're not drooping the head, we're taking that nice big old stretch. And then right on up from there. We'll swoop our feet to the other side. We'll do the same work. Right hand behind your head. Remember, you're over your tailbone, not towards your pubic bone. We get nice and tall and take a little side bend over towards your left now. That right side of the ribs lifts slightly towards the ceiling, and then inhale to return. Nice big exhale over. And then inhaling up. And then one more, exhale over. And then up. And we'll take the opposing stretch now. Your left hip drops down as the arm reaches. Head and arm are very close to each other. Taking a big breath into that side. And then bring yourself right on up from there. Nice and flip over onto your backs again. And you get into the ab series. So reach the arms forward, roll yourselves down. I want to do that same idea that we did with finding our place for our 100 for the ab series today. So we're going to bring right leg, left leg up tabletop position. Using your abdominals, not the glutes, we're going to come into that imprinted position. So we're going to feel what's down on the mat. You're going to pull your left leg in towards you and reach that right leg out. We're just going to hold it there. You're going to flex the ankle. And just think truly how low can that leg go without what's on the mat coming off. We're just going to hold that for a moment, get that same idea of your pubic bone drawing up towards your belly button. And then we're going to switch legs. Right, so right knee is in, left ankle's flex. And I'm just going to see how low I can go on this leg. It might be different than the other side. Holding it there, nice big scoop of those abs. That's it. And once you're there, you might find the hip opens a little bit, so you get a little bit more range. And then we're going to go right for a flow. We're going to switch on your inhale, and then switch on the exhale. Switch on your inhale, and then switch on the exhale. Now, I hope you'll find what I found in this, that even without peeling my head, neck, and shoulders up, it's still a lot of abdominal work. It kind of just changes where in the abdominals we're feeling it, right? And again, you're being true to that range, and you might find that what I'm finding, it gets a little bit more with each repetition as the hips begin to open. And we're going to remember this when we go into our shoulder bridge. And then left, and then right on in from there. So hands behind your head, we're going to do a compare and contrast. We lift the elbows, find that serratus work right with the shoulder blades lift as we peel head, neck, and shoulders up. Then shoot that right leg away. Keep your ankle flexed. Again, curling up here, we're going to switch on your inhale, and then switch on the exhale. The compare and contrast here is now how are your abdominals working here versus with head, neck, and shoulders down. Keeping those ankles flexed. And next time that right leg reaches, we're going right into crisscross. You're going to lift and twist up towards your left. Look at that left elbow. And then we inhale, switch right. And then exhale, twisting left. Inhaling, lift and twist right. And then exhaling left. Big breath in and out. Big breath in and then big breath out. Remember that low back in your pelvis is still on the mat. One more set. And then into center, lower head, neck, and shoulders down. So we found this position in your 100, how low those legs could go. Let's add your double leg stretch onto it. So hands reach towards the ankles. What's on the mat? That's what we're looking to keep. Exhale, reach your arms and legs away. Heavy the ribs down. Find where you can stabilize. Circle the arms, come right back to the start position. Exhale, reach, and then inhale, pull it back. Exhale, reach, and pull it back. Big exhale right before you reach. We're going to take 3 more. Where in your abdominals do you feel this work? Probably a little bit lower. And then in, let's curl yourself up. Feel what's on the mat. That won't change. Exhale, arms and legs reach. A small circle, the arms return. Exhale, reach. And then in. Give me a big exhale as you reach. And then in. How are your abs working here versus when your head is down? 2 more. Reach. And then in. Last one. And then we'll lower head, neck, and shoulders down. Right from there, let's add the feel good, our scissors. So legs are going to go up to the ceiling, just as straight as you can get them. We made a couple of flex and points. And then next time you're pointing, we are going to lift up for this one. You're going to kick your right leg to you, lower the left, hold it there. Now I just noticed in the video that I'm rounding my shoulders, so don't do what I did. And then we're going to switch. Get a little stretch and switch. So taking it slow, right? Just like we did with the single leg stretch. Do you find that if you hold it and just make a moment there, that the hip opens up just a little bit more? And then we switch. Take your time. Let the hip gently open and then switch. And then one more set. The right goes in, but remember it's about stabilizing as the left leg reaches, and then switch. Last one is that left leg reaches, and then knees into your chest, lower all that down. Arms down by your sides, taking it into the hip rolls. We'll do a few lifts, add a little kick, and then add a little unilateral gluteal work. So we're going to imprint the spine. That's pubic bone, not glutes, right? Abs tuck, glutes help to lift. Holding it up at the top. Take your roll down and just see what the spine can do this morning. I found my stuck spot. Maybe you did too. 2 more. We're going to roll up. Holding it up at the top. Remember, that's the xiphoid process, right at the base of your breastbone that starts the roll down, and then each one gets to follow. And then one more, we lead with the pubic bone, touch each bone on your way up. Holding it there, start with that xiphoid process, so the breastbone rolls down so that each bone gets a turn to touch. All right, here we go. Into the full shoulder bridge. So you're gonna tuck your tail, roll yourself up. We're gonna remember that hip opening. I'm actually gonna switch sides just for demonstration purposes. So I'm gonna bring my right leg up tabletop, shoot it up to the ceiling, flex the ankle. I'm gonna begin to lower the leg, stabilizing my pelvis, just like we did with the ribs on the mat, and just see how low it can go. Right, the lower it goes, the more you feel that opposite leg work, right? And then we kick it up. And then slowly down. Can you stabilize from pelvis to ribs as the hip opens? And then kick it up. And then one more. Stabilize, stabilize. Find your range. And then up. Bend the knee and set the foot down. Whew, that's some hard work in the standing leg. Other side. So left leg comes up. We'll scoot the leg up, flex the ankle. So think the distance between your pelvis and your ribs doesn't change. As you lower the leg, you just see how low you can go without the pelvis moving, point, kick it up. Exhale as you lower, feeling that work in the standing leg. Right now, it's the right leg's turn to work hard. One more, exhaling down, and then point, kick up. Bend the knee, we set the foot down onto the mat, starting your xiphoid process, and roll down a bone at a time. All right, let's do our single leg work. So you're gonna pull your right knee into your chest, both hands go behind that right thigh, and I want you to pull it in. Making sure your left big toe is down and your left inner thigh is active. You're gonna lift your hips up. See what that left glute can do. We're gonna lower an inch and pump up. A little down and up, and up. And here's 4, we're going for 10, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then roll yourselves right down. And we'll switch legs. So let's pull, let's actually put your hand on your shin on this side. We don't normally do that. We'll see how it feels for your knees today. We'll lift your hip up. So same idea, we're gonna do a little lower down and up, and up. So it's the right glute now, right inner thigh, working nice and hard. And here's 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then roll yourselves right down from there. Pull both knees right on up into your chest, and then let's rock ourselves up to sit up. All right, let's do a little bit of weight work. You can either grab 2 or 3 pound weights. I'm going for my 3 pounders, and we're gonna start with a little front rows. I didn't say so in the beginning, so if you need to grab your weights, I'll give you a minute while I take a sip of coffee. And we'll go right from here. So, seated cross-legged, you can always, if that doesn't feel good, find something to sit on. A cushion, a yoga block. I'm gonna try it today, just because I suggest it to people, so I'm gonna do it. And that's to open your hips just a little bit more. Elbows are bent, scoot the abs, find the weight where you are on your sitting bones. We're gonna do some straight forwards to begin. So exhale, reach your arms straight forward, and bend to lower. Inhale as you reach, and then exhaling down. So, as I watch my own torso here, I notice how I like to go back and forward with it, but the real challenge is to stabilize right where you are in space, regardless of where that extra weight is going. And then we're going to do 2 more. We're going to reach forward. You're going to reach, we take it into offering. Arms are going to open out to the sides. We come back in and then lower that down. We're going to reach, open, close, and down, and reach, and open. And you guys can check me. If you see me wobbling forward and back in the video, you can drop me an email, tell me. And then reach, open. One more here, we're gonna reach, open. I want you guys to hold it right there. You don't have to turn. It's gonna do a little lower those arms and up, a little down and up. Now your hands should be a little forward of your shoulders, so as you look straight ahead, you should be able to see those weights in your hands, right in your peripheral vision. We're taking 3 more, 3 and 2, and then we'll lower those arms right on down from there. Palms face forward. Make sure your right weight on your sitting bones. You're gonna exhale, reach those arms straight up, and then a little bend, and then a little lift. So we're getting the shoulders all warm here. We're gonna take this nice warm shoulder girdle into some prone work exhaling up, taking 3 more here. We're up for 3 and 2 and 1. Next time you're up there, you're gonna interlace your fingers together, nip the ribs, make sure your ribs are popping, right, but they're connecting. Elbows aim forward for a little bend and straighten. A little bend and straighten. So my head is back in space, right? I'm finding the range I can manage with spinal integrity. And up, that recurring theme in our Pilates world. We're doing 3 more. Up for 3 and 2, and then 1 more. And then we'll lower the arms down. So that's when we got our shoulders good and warm. And we'll set our weights within reach, and we'll come onto our stomachs and do a little extension work here. So our legs are going to be open as wide as the mat. We're going to stack our hands on our foreheads, coming to our hands. And then we'll hold it there for a moment. All right, so again, what's on the mat, right? We can feel our pelvis, belly button, ribs. Maybe your boobs are on the mat. We're going to hold it here. And on your exhale, I want you to just see how high you can lift your gaze in your heart without the hands coming off. Right, and as we hold that there, hopefully you start to feel a little work right away in your upper back, and then we'll lower that down. Exhale, shoulders, remember, glide down as we lengthen and lift. Can you imagine that your tail drops down while the crown of the head reaches away, and then down, and then this one we're going to hold it up here. I have my right hand on top of my left. So I'm going to take my right hand to my forehead and see if you cannot change your spine, and then lower the hand. We're doing 2 more. So exhale, you're going to float the back of the hand to the forehead, but don't drop your head or spine. And then down, and then 1 more, a little lift, and then down. We'll put the left hand on top of the right. We'll see how this shoulder does. So it's an exhale, hand comes up to your forehead, but don't drop to go there, and then lower. Exhale as you lift, and then down. 1 more, exhale, connect right before you lift that arm, and then down, and then lower your head down for a moment, and then we'll come back up to that position. So collarbones are broad, pubic bone is heavy. On the exhale, can you keep this shape and bring both hands to your forehead and then lower? Again, don't change the shape of your spine. Exhale, we'll lift both hands up. Hard work here. And then down. Exhale right as you lift. And then lower. 2 more here. Big exhale right as you lift those hands. And then down. 1 more lift. Stay lifted now. Can you straighten both arms? Thumbs up. Replace your hands to your forehead and then lower that down. Whew. I hope you find that hard because I do. Let's do a couple more sets. So we're going to lift our head and heart. Lift your hands to your forehead. Exhale, straighten your arms, your thumbs up. Inhale, replace your hands to your forehead, and then exhale as you lower down. We lift our head and heart on the inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your forehead. Hold it there, take a little breath in. Exhale, reach your arms straight forward, thumbs up. Inhale, bend your elbows, and then exhale, lower down. Oh, 1 more class, here we go. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale, hands to your forehead. Inhale to hold. Exhale, straighten the arms, thumbs up. Inhale, bend the elbows. And then exhale, lower yourselves down. Whew, so that was an exercise. Hopefully you felt it around your upper back, right? To strengthen that and to challenge your ability to stabilize there. All right, like that on. Let's grab your light weights. I like 2 pounds for these. I've done it with 3, but it seems a little bit much for my body, so I'll leave that up to what you want. So you guys know this one. This is our arms pulling straps variation from the reformer. Hands in line with your shoulders, not up here, right, but right in line. So same work here. We're going to inhale, lift your head and heart. Try to find that same position you just were in. Exhale, let's hover the arms. I've got long fingers. My elbows are gently bent. I'm going to lower the arms an inch. Exhale as you lift. Lower the arms an inch and up. And up. And here's 4 and 5. We're going to go for 10, 6, 7, and 8. Last 2, 9, and 10. Inhale, pull your hands towards your hips. Open the collarbones, but don't lift any higher. Just get that open there. And then exhale, arms back out to the T. Inhale, pull the arms back, open the collarbones. Think your palms are facing almost the same direction as your gaze. Exhale, arms out to the T. Inhale, arms pull back. Exhale, arms to a T. One more, we're gonna pull back. We're gonna hold it here, lower your arms an inch, pump them up and up. Let the shoulder blades glide down your back. And 3, 2, hold it. Bring your arms back out to a T and then lower all that down. Up to hands and knees. Take a a shell stretch. You're going to round your back, right? Don't sink into it. Don't collapse. That's your active stretch. And then we're coming back down. All right. Arms coming out in your field goal position. We're going to add a challenge now onto our stabilization, going a little bit lower, not our lower back, but a little lower on our rib cage. So we're going to lift the arms, plant your feet down. Inhale, lengthening it up. We've been here before. Don't go any higher than just at the base of your ribs. And then exhale, lower down. Inhaling to lift. Remember, you're getting longer, and that could be an exhale, by the way, if it feels better in your body. And then down. And then one more, we're going to lift up, holding it here. I want you to reach both arms forward, just like we already were. Right? Let your shoulders come up to the ears, glide them away from the ears. Let your shoulders come up to the ears, glide them back. One more. Holding it there, plant your right hand down, float the left arm up. Where can it go without your shoulder hiking up to the ear? Hold it there, float your right leg up. Right, we're doing a little swimming variation. So inhale, lower the arm and leg, same arm and leg, they lift. A little down and up. So again, what's on the mat, right? Where can you stabilize the mobility? One more, up, hold it, and then lower that down. So I still have both karate hands. Left arm is pressing, shoulders away from the ears, right arm floats up, and left leg lifts. Same 5, we inhale, lower partially, but not all the way, and then we're right back up. And then we're down and up, and here's 4, 5, and then lower that down. Oh, I find that to be hard work. I hope you do too. All right, we're thumbs up. I'm going to slide my hands towards me now as I lift up. And then I'm going to hold back there. So I'm pressing down. My shoulders are away from the ears. Abs are active. Exhale, let's hover both legs gently up. Notice your low back doesn't change its shape. Both legs a little down and up. I'm not bending my knees to be there, right? It's hip extension and up. And it doesn't have to be big. If your low back doesn't love this, lower yourself right down. That sometimes can help. We'll do 2 more, up and up, holding it there. Can you just take a little quicker pace, opposite leg, for a little swimming here? But my hands are still pressing. I'm still actively drawing my shoulders down, pulling my chest forward. Couple more little sets here, couple of breaths in and out. And then we hold it. And then lower yourself down. Again, right up the hands and knees. Take a little shell stretch, dropping your feet to your heels. A little push with the arms. Finding your stretch. Necessary after that. Whew. All right, let's take that same work, that same idea into our sideline work. But I want to try it on our forearm today, and we'll see how it feels. So let's come down onto your right forearm, and you're going to have your legs all in one long line. So I'm in a little bit of a side bend, right? But I'm thinking about shortening my bottom side a little bit versus sinking down or shortening that side. So this shoulder is drawing down away from my ear, and this whole bottom side is working hard. You take your top arm, wrap it around. We're going to find your stabilization here. So you're going to flex the top ankle. Going to float the leg up. We've been here before, right? How high can you go without sinking on that bottom side? And then lower. Exhaling up and up. Even if you're down on the mat, right, you can still be checking that your bottom side is still. And up, 2 more here. And then up. So sounds rotated a little bit. I'm holding it here. Top hand comes to your low back. I want part of your hand on your lumbar spine, the other part on your sacrum. You're going to self-check. So we're going to inhale, slowly kick the leg forward, point the ankle, find your glute working to bring that leg back. Inhale forward, exhaling back. So the bottom leg is in line with our pelvis. So it makes it extra challenging for the core. And then back. Whoops, I almost fell backwards. And then we're going to lower that down. Beautiful, ladies. We're going to take it all the way down. Let's do our inner thigh lifts. Grabbing one weight. Bottom knee lowers down. The weight goes on the inner thigh. Top hands on the mat. Flex that bottom ankle and float your leg right on up. That's it. We're not going to touch it down. We're going to go just partially down and up and up and up. Don't rest it at the bottom. Here is 8. We're going for 12, 10. Hold it here, little pumps. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But hold it. Try not to drop your weight. Angle the leg forward. We're going to go a little down and up and up. I almost lost my weight. And up and up. I had to move it higher up on my leg. 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 2. Little pumps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And then lower that down. Beautiful. Set that weight aside. We're coming back up to this position where we did our kicks. So hand is a little closer to your ribs than directly under the shoulder, just a little bit. Top hands on your thigh, both ankles are flexed. Sorry, top hands on the mat. We're going to take a nice big breath in here, push down with your bottom foot, and see if you can lift your hips. That's it. We're going to tap the bottom hip. Don't rest. Exhale right back up. We'll do a little tap and up, a little tap and lift. One more little tap, lift, hold it. Can you maybe float your top arm up? Challenge, lots of work. And then we'll lower that down. Whew. Bend your knees, come up to a seated position. Can you stack your knees and ankles? Top arm goes right up on your ear. And we'll take a little opposing stretch over. There you go. Make sure your head is back. I just realized I was rounding. I'm going to keep your head back. And then up from there. Beautiful. Let's try the other side. Honoring sides are different, right? We don't live a perfectly balanced everything we do every day, so we get a little imbalances in our bodies. So we'll sink down for a moment and then lift, and then a little sink down and up. So my hand is on my ribs, shoulders away from the ear. I'm gonna flex the top ankle. Exhale, float that leg up to see how high you can go, right, without sinking. Inhale as you lower and up. Exhaling up. As always, right, Pilates is definitely not about our range of motion. And here's 6 and 7. Last 2. And then we hold it here. Top hand goes behind you so you can feel your low back and your sacrum. Yes, your check-in. How much can you kick the leg forward without that line changing? Point the ankle, whoops, pull back, get a little bit of gluteal work back there. Inhaling forward, exhale, pulling back. Inhale as you go forward. You might even feel your back working there, right? Which it should be. As the leg goes forward, and then back, woo, and then one more. And then we'll lower that down. Beautiful. Let's take it into our inner thigh lift. We're going to go up. That's not right. Sorry, we're going to do our plank work. So we'll scoot our elbow a little bit closer to your ribs. Top hands on the mat. Take a nice big breath and push down that bottom leg and lift. A little tap and up and up. And here's number 4. Excuse me, here's 5. Top arm goes up. Maybe taking a couple of breaths there. Make sure your bottom side is real active. It's hard. Top hand can totally be down on the mat. Whew. And then we'll lower ourselves down. I did go out of order. We'll survive. That's right. So top knee lowers down onto the mat. Weight goes on your bottom thigh for our inner thigh lifts. You're going to exhale, float that bottom leg up. Try to have it parallel, adjust the weight as you need. A little down, but not all the way up and up. Here's 6. We did 12 on the other side. 8, 9, 10. Last 2. We hold it here, little pumps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And we hold. Manage the weight if you need to, but leg goes slightly forward. Excuse me, as you lower a little down and up. And 4, 5. Try not to rest on the lower. And here's 8, 9. Hold it, pump it up. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And then we'll lower that leg down. Set the weight aside, stack your knees, bring yourselves up. See what you can do in this position, modify as you need. Arm up by the ear. Try to make those 2 points of contact if you can, as you side bend over to your right. Feels so good. And then right on up from there. Beautiful, ladies. Let's flip over onto your backs. And we'll grab our weights, and we'll do a little teaser work. The weights are actually going to be a little of an assister, and then add a little resistance as well. So as always, when we take it into our teasers with our feet down, we walk the feet away from us. It's going to help us with our leverage. Arms up to the ceiling, feeling what's on the mat. As you knit the ribs heavy down, right? As the arms go back by your ears. Inhale, arms come back up. 2 more. Exhale. Where can you go? Just like we do with our hips, right? Where can the shoulders go without your ribs being compromised? And then inhaling up. And then 1 more. Connect the ribs as the arms go back. Inhale as the arms come up. You're gonna lower the weights down by your hips, reach for your heels. You guys are gonna reach. You're gonna roll yourselves up. You're just behind your sitting bones and your teasers. Float both arms up. Here's the hard part, right? Don't drop with that extra weight. And then slowly lower the arms down as you roll yourselves down, a bone at a time. There you go, knit the ribs. How far back can you go with those arms without the ribs popping off? Arms up on your inhale, lower the arms, reach for your heels, rolling up. Float the arms up, don't change your spine for that. And then exhale, take your time. Try to get each bone to touch. And then we'll roll it back. Where can you stabilize? One more. Lower the arms, reach, rolling up, and hold it there. Feel where you are on your pelvis. Just that right arm floats up, and then lowers down. Oh, my feet almost lifted. Exhale, left arm floats up, and then down. Exhale, right arm floats up. Don't change anything in your spine, and then down. Exhale, left arm, and then down. Float both arms up, and slowly roll each bone down. Take your time. Woo. And then the arms lower right down. Put your knees into your chest one at a time. Woo. Bring your arms out to a T. Legs open a little wider than your mat. We'll add a little spiral here. So I want you to drop your knees to the right. Just take a little look to your left. We'll lead with that xiphoid process again to pull the ribs down, legs come through center. We drop the knees left, take a look to your right. Let that knee drop right down. And again, we lead from the ribs to pull down, come through center. Knees go right as you take a look left. And then pull those ribs down. Knees drop left as you take a look right. Pull those ribs down one more time through. We're going to bring our knees right, take a look left. And then through center, one more, knees go left as you take a look to your right. And then bring those legs right back through. Pull your knees right on up into your chest one more time. Oh. And then let's rock yourselves right on up. Let's hook over onto our stomachs. We're going to do a little bit of a swan. We're going to change up the way we're doing our swans today. So legs are going to be open as wide as your mat. Hands are going to be under your shoulders. We played with this version before, but we're going to make it a little bigger and add an optional challenge on for you. So shoulder blades glide down, elbows kind of pull down towards the mat. We're going to get a little lift up, just a little lift. Pull your chest through. We're the same position we were for our other extension earlier in the class. And then exhale, lower yourselves down. We draw shoulders and elbows down, and we pull our breastbone forward as we lift. Keep your pubic bone down for now, and keep those abs connected so we're not cranking the low back. And then lower yourselves down. We're getting upper back is where we're looking to get the mobility. Two more. So glide the shoulders down. Begin to lift your chest. Keep those abs connected. Pubic bone heavy like it's drilling through sand, how we started class. And then lower down. And then one more. We inhale, get longer as you lift. Now holding it here. As our arms begin to straighten, our pubic bone is going to come off the mat. Let me show you one, and I promise you'll have a turn. So see how my hips lift? So if you notice the shape of my spine is not cranking into the low back, right? But I lifted this whole shape up. And then I'm going to bend the elbows, lower my whole torso right down from there. So it's a ton of abdominal work as we work through the extension. Again, not to crank our lumbar spine. We got 3 more to try. So here we go. Hands under your shoulders. Draw the elbows down as we pull the breastbone forward. We lift up to the ribs. Now, get those abs working with the arms to lift this shape up. Right? Notice how my hands are almost directly under my shoulders here. And then I'm going to slowly lower my pubic bone, belly button, and then down from there. And if this doesn't feel good in your back, class, stop it right here. You take it as high as your body says, hey, this is good. If it says, then you know you're good. All right, you got 2 more to go. So connect through the upper back and abs. Arms or spine lifts us, and then the arm lift the shape that we formed. There you go, you two look great. And then we're gonna lower that down, so it's a lot of ab work and arm work. And then one more, we set the shoulders. We make the shape. And then we challenge our stability to keep this shape as we lift. And then we lower the shape down. Woo. And then come up to hands and knees and take your shell stretch, class, dropping your seat to your heels. Whew. All right, ladies, hands and knees. Gonna curl your toes under, pop your hips to the ceiling, make a moment in your downward facing dog. That's it, bend one knee, press the opposite heel down. I don't care which one you start with, and switch. And switch, we'll just do a couple of sets here. Getting the feet nice and warm, preparing us to stand. Gonna press both heels down, walk your feet to your hands, bend your knees, grab your weights if they're within your reach, and you're gonna roll yourselves right up. Do a little adjustment of my device. I feel better. I hope you all do too. All right, into our standing arm work. We're going to do parallel legs, hip distance. Arms are going to face, palms face behind us. Need a little shift of your body weight forward. We're going to shift our body weight back, but keep your toes down, right? Just that position will for your abs work. We're going to do chest expansion. You're going to exhale, reach those arms back, and then inhale, arms come forward. Exhale, reach the arms back and forward. Reach the arms back, pause it there. Take a look to the right, take a look to your left. Return center, bring your arms all the way forward, but don't shift where you are in space. Reaching the arms back, we take a look left, right, center, stay where you are, arms go forward. 2 more, we're gonna reach back, take a look right, left, center, arms come forward. 1 more, reaching back, we look left, right, center, arms come forward. Let's hold the arms up. Need a little releve up, just a little bit. And then down. It's a little lift of those heels. Just a little lift. And then down. 2 more, little lift. And then lower. And then right on down. From there, let's turn out your hips. And we'll do a little releve with the abduction of the arms. So arms go out to the side. Now my hips are turned out, but most of my heels are together, even if you don't go up very high, and then lower. A little releve up and down and up. Whoops, almost fell forward. 2 more. We hold it, palms face forward, little bicep curls and out. Little squeeze and out. And again, make sure you can see those weights as the arms straighten. It's kinder to your shoulders. And then out, 3 more, 3 and 2 and 1. And then lower that down. We're back into parallel. Elbows are back. You'll see my hands are in line with the elbows. Then I'm going to open the arms out to the sides for some external rotation. And then forward. I'm going to come close for the demonstration. Right, it's the humerus turning out and then in. It's the humerus again opening and then in. We're going to do 2 more. We're going to open and return. Keep the open. We're going to shift all your body weight onto your right leg. Left leg goes out. These are our stars. So you're gonna hinge at the hip, but keep the shape of your spine. All right, you're gonna lower that leg down a little bit and up. And 2, 3, hold it. Let's add the arms. You're gonna lower the leg, straighten the arms. That's it, bend the elbows, keep the external rotation, and out. And here's our 3, and 4, 5, hold it there, palms face in towards each other. Can you keep your balance, bring your arms together, and then open, arms together, and open. Hopefully your standing leg's getting tired, mine is. And then bend the elbows, return to our start position parallel. You can take out your standing leg if you need, because it's a bit much. Same work, other side. So we shift the body weight, we keep the shape. As we hinge, you decide how far down you want to go. Woo! And then back up. A little hinge. And then back up. A little hinge. We hold it, flex the ankle, lower lift just 3 times. 2, 1. We add the arms. So lift the leg, reach the arms, keep the shape of your spine. And 2, nice clap, and 3, 2 more there, and 4, and 5, palms face each other. Bring those arms forward, see what you can do, and open, whoops, almost fell, and then forward, and open, 1 more, and then we'll lower that down. Whew. Roll your shoulders. Maybe a little walk in space, just to release those legs. Let the arms dangle down by your sides. Find the open of your collarbones, the lift of your chest, weights over your heels. Take 2 slow breaths in and out. And we'll call that your workout for today, class. Happy July 5th. I'm going to end the recording.